Hi.
Yeah, we here, man. Episode 8. I mean, do we have to even
No,
acknowledge
I think
or we
after we
don't?
pass 7 is you don't have to keep announcing. They know we're growing.
Okay,
Pause. We're
okay.
growing. We're
Wow, this guy starts
getting bigger
spewing.
out there.
Whoa, this is crazy. This is a
What?
crazy start. Damn. Okay. Wow. I mean,
Yeah, that's how you
I
got
would say
started
start
off.
over, but but we're gonna
They know me.
oh, they know your body,
They know
pause.
my body. They know.
Okay, man. Listen, man. Listen. This is the week of March 28th. And boy, do we have some things to talk about this week, man.
Yo, it's an interesting week, right?
Yeah,
It's an
League of
interesting week.
Extraordinary Gentlemen podcast. First of all, I want to say thank you for everybody that's been tuning in every week and making sure that they stay on this journey with us as we continue to elevate and gain more of you followers and have people subscribe and like these videos. Want to say that we appreciate all the feedback and all the criticism, positive and negative. We need to hear everything that you guys have to say in order to give you the best content that we possibly can. So, I want to start off by saying thank you to that.
Yeah, definitely.
We want to give all thanks to the Most High for giving us the opportunity to be able to do these things, and spread what we have to say to the masses, and
Definitely.
be ourselves and just actually let the 80s babies shine. So without
Exactly.
further
I
ado,
look forward to the pod every week now. It's like I'm like I want to get to it. I want to get to the pod. I want to talk to the people, even though people are not talking back to me. We're not live or anything, but
yeah,
I like this. I like it's a good feeling to get to have these conversations. It's therapeutic for me.
absolutely. To everybody that's in the streets, safety. Like when I say safety, but
Safety is like a YN term to
it
me.
is,
And
but
every time I hear safety, I'm just like, okay.
it totally is a YN term. But you know what? When it makes sense, that's when I could rock with it. Like when people be saying,
This
"Yeah, I'm not."
affects safety.
Yeah, safety. Like
Because it's like we used to
it's
say, yo, be safe.
yeah,
Yo,
it's spreading a good message. So that's the reason
okay,
why I will
so
use it.
safety.
Yeah,
You
like
have to put
when
the
people be
T in
like,
it.
"Yeah, I'm not jacking that." I don't say that because I don't like that. That's a major pause to me. The cat's like, "Yeah, I'm not jacking it." Yeah, I'm jacking that. You jacking that? Like from the '80s babies, '90s babies. When you say
Jack
jacking, that's a
is different.
pause. That's a
But then
big pause.
how about the one where they say, I'm not on that type of time.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like.
You gonna
I'm not.
adopt that one?
Yeah. I can adopt that. When people say, "Yeah, I'm not," yeah, I could definitely work with. I'm not on that
I mean,
type of time.
there are some terms, some slang words that I hear, but like I'm never saying that. I'm
Yeah,
never.
like when they say, when you hear the guys be like, "Yo, you my heart," that's a
Oh,
big, that's a
you my
big
heart.
no. Yeah, that's a
And
big no.
they're talking to
Yeah, they be
another
like,
male.
"Yeah, my
Nah,
heart
bro.
is don't." I just want to
Nah.
say, moving forward to all the people that I know, older and younger, don't ever call me your heart. Yeah, I definitely won't be accepting that term. That will not sit correct with me. It won't sit right with me. Um, just like I don't like when you say what's up, King, or Grand Rising King. No, don't do that. Just be normal. But
I said
yeah,
Grand Rising to you. You had a titty
yeah,
attack.
I was
Yo.
upset. But let's start it off, man. How about you start it off since you put this one in the docket? This was very interesting.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to get inside of the thing, and I cannot access it, bro. And I was gonna
Okay,
just
so I
follow your
mean,
lead.
it was about J. Cole and Cam.
Okay. J. Cole and Cam. Yes, I watched that interview they did, and it was very interesting because of the fact that everybody thought that Cam and J. Cole had some type of beef going on because of the fact that Cameron he sued J. Cole because he wasn't getting any a straight answer from J. Cole. He thought that he was getting like
The
the
runaround.
runaround,
Yeah.
So to see J. Cole on his program was like dope, and J. Cole really like just he basically stayed I'm sorry, he basically was able to get a lot of the information out of why he did not get
Yeah,
back
he
to Cam.
basically, so I watched it too.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it was so candid that Cam actually let it be known that he only sued him to get his attention. It was like a wake
Right.
up call. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, real talk, we peoples, but if I have to go this route to get your attention, that's what I'm gonna do. But,
Right.
it was basically like he felt like he was getting shunned to the side. You know what I mean? And what I really like is how J. Cole expressed that it wasn't that he was, shunning him off or giving him the runaround. It's basically that he wanted the interview to align with the album, which is exactly what it's doing right now. His album just
Right.
dropped recently, and him being on the show is basically what he wanted it to be, which in full circle, it manifests the way that it was supposed to.
Yeah.
I know it was kind of frustrating for Cam because Cam felt,
I mean,
that he didn't know all the logistics of why, or he didn't know the
yeah.
process in which J. Cole was taking in order to produce and create this album. But
But at the end
he
of the day,
yeah.
I could see why Cam did what he did. I could see he did something just to get his attention, and I can't blame him. I
No, you
can't blame
can't
him at
blame
all.
him. I mean, it worked though. Yeah, I mean, everything worked. It's like connecting the dots when you drawing a painting or making uh um uh what do you call that, a sculpture, as I would say.
Right.
um you all the dots align, and it creates something, and it may have veered off track, or there was a fork in the road, but it came back together, and I'm happy that it came back
Yeah,
together the way that it did. And
yeah.
these guys, it never became like real beef. Nobody got hurt off of it or over it. And right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's doing great numbers, the
Hmm.
album and the interview.
Yeah,
So,
and
like you always say, or like I always say, it's always on God's time. And
right.
at the end of the day, both of them didn't know that it would come and manifest together like it did now, but God did. And just look at it. Look at
Facts.
what's happening. So you
And
always
he's
got to just put your faith and trust in the Most High, and things will work itself out. I'm a firm believer in things working itself out for the better, and not spending a lot of energy, or putting a lot of your energy into
negative
things
energy
that,
into yeah.
yeah, not even negative energy, just not wasting energy on things that you can't control. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. And J. Cole is on a little run right now. He's I seen him. He's doing the podcast with Carmelo,
Okay.
Carmelo's podcast. So he's he's outside right now, and
Yeah.
he has a lot to promote, as far as he has a tour coming up soon. So I heard that his tour starts on the day of Jay-Z's first concert,
Oh, nice.
July 10th. So
I
he's not
mean,
gonna be able to make it there. He was like, he said publicly that he wanted to go, but he can't go. You
okay.
know, but
Yeah, I like that too. I like that within Jay-Z's um interview and within Cole's interview, they both basically said the same thing. Jay said that he like that he gave him the freedom to find his way and get to where he had to go and figure out the niche and the paths he needed to take. And then when J. Cole was speaking on it, he said that he wouldn't have had it any other way, that, they allowed him to be free and basically find the route that suits him the best. And he did. So,
Yeah, they
I
both
like
were
that.
on the same. They were on the
Yeah,
same
they on the
wave.
same page, and
Yeah,
it worked out. So that's super dope.
yeah,
Um, I guess another thing you were speaking about, I think, was Tory Lanez.
yeah. So I saw that Tory Lanez is from jail. He's like being very, very active. I mean, we know that he has a
Free
big
Tory,
team.
free Tory.
Free Tory Lanez. I know that Tory Lanez has a big team that helps him promote all his projects and whatnot. But I did see the latest one that he put out. He's promoting. I think is the name of the album is Slutty Bass or
Okay,
something like that. It's
okay,
called Slutty Bass, and I saw the third installment. I didn't get to see the first two, but it's that model. I've seen this model on Instagram for years now, and
okay.
she's German.
Got you,
You've probably
got you.
seen her too. And he got her in the video, and she's basically like working out, kind of like Kanye's workout plan type video.
Yeah.
And and it looks like Tory's is in the video, but he's he's you could tell that it's AI, and they basically are using the time when he was doing the quarantine radio. It looks
Okay.
just like the
Yeah,
quarantine
Quarantine
radio.
Radio was super fire. Just
Yeah,
to
it
touch on
was.
that right there was a chess move that he did, where he created his own space and his own avenue, and he had the top of the top, the creme de la creme artists come and check out during the times that we were going through COVID. I mean, what a time! What a time! It was a sad time for America and around the world due to what was going on, but he was able to find a light within that horizon to give people a little bit of cheer during the day, or whenever he did that quarantine radio, to kind of take your mind off of what was going on in the world at that time. So shout out to Tory, like I said, free Tory Lanez. You know what I mean? And she's a liar. But on the next one, let's on the next one, um this one was, I didn't even check this one, but I see you put it in there, about uh, the radio and the radio host being from New York.
Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry, for some reason I would have brought that up, but right now there's a big thing going on. Well, it's kind of I'm kind of late on this one, but I wanted to ask you a question about this. So basically, oh man, I'm sorry about that guy. I don't even know what was going on. Okay, so basically in New York right now, we had the changing of guards with Ebro and Laura and Rosenberg leaving Hot 97, and now we have Miro there. So it's been a thing to say that people have been saying that Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg is not from New York, but they were on New York radio. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they said now that Miro is from New York, he's on the radio, that the radio now sounds more New York. Um my thing about that I wanted to pick your brain about this, of what you think, but how I felt about it, I felt that there is a thing to be from New York, and we both know that we're born and raised in New York, and we can see outsiders, but there's a lot of transplants that end up coming to New York and actually still rep New York the right way. Um I think that Ebro did a good job. I didn't see I if you didn't tell me he was from the Bay Area, I would have thought that he was from New York. But and so is Rosenberg. Rosenberg, you could tell right off the back with Rosenberg. But Rosenberg to me, he's more of a hip hop person. He's very like how I call myself a hip hopian. He's a hip hopian also. He basically studies hip hop and he speaks on it well, but you could tell that he's not from New York. But there's only a few people up there that are from New York. Like I believe Shawnee is from New York
Okay.
and Cass One is from New York. Funk Master Flex is from New York. So I mean, these different personalities are from New York. Does it make a difference? That's what I'm getting at. Does it make a difference? Because even Charlemagne is not from New York. You know what I'm saying? And Just Hilarious is on Power 105. She's not from New York. Envy is from New York. DJ Clue's from New York. Does it make a difference? I mean, I know radio's kind of antiquated and kind of backwards now, but at the same time, do you think it makes a difference to be from New York?
So what I could say to that is this. I don't believe that is how you rep New York. I just believe that it depends on what topic you're speaking on when you're on the New York radio. Um, you can be from another state, another place, and come to New York and be on a New York radio and be a New York host and do it well. We've seen that, like you said. I believe Ebro did a good job. A lot of people would say the opposite. As a matter of fact, maybe a majority. You always hear things that Ebro destroyed Hot 97 and he ruined hip hop for Hot 97 and things of that nature. But for me, it would be kind of a gray area because it would be in the sense, for example, like if they're speaking about something that happened in New York and maybe the host wasn't there to live through it, but he's
Right.
speaking on it
Speaking
and
on it.
he's giving the wrong information. In that
Or
sense,
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to rock with him on
Yeah.
that. I think that when it comes to those type of situations or those type of segments,
Right.
you should leave that to the people that are from here that had
Natives.
that it
Yeah.
directly affected or that directly was a part of those situations.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Because
but
we could talk about growing up and getting our hats snatched or like starter caps, game hats,
yeah,
like Jam
transport
Sports.
strings
Yeah. That's a New
stolen
York
and
thing,
yeah,
like low
yeah,
lives on the train
the
of
steps
Decepticons.
and
Yep.
yeah, like those
Yeah.
type of things are the
Yeah.
things that we 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 live
You live
through.
through.
We live through people getting their 8-ball jackets taken from them on a
Right.
bus or their sneakers getting taken from them on a train and a bus. So, like I said, it just depends on what the subject matter is and how they're gonna maneuver through that. But
But
other than that, huh?
on the flip side, there are some people who are from New York that still haven't experienced that. Even though they're from New York, they were like probably sheltered. They didn't experience certain things. So it could be on the flip side. You could be from New York and be whack too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
So
I'm
I
saying?
mean, that's what I was say. That in that sense, that they shouldn't speak on it as well because of a lack of knowledge.
Mhm.
So I mean, hearsay and actually living through it, I think is a huge difference. It's like when you go see a movie, right, and you see it and you watch it and you get that feeling and you see everything and you just leave out there with such a fire in you from seeing that movie like it was the greatest movie ever, right? And then
Mhm.
when you go to explain it to somebody else, they just don't get it.
They don't
And
get it.
it's like one of those you
You had to
had to
be
be
there.
there
You had to be there.
type of situations.
Facts.
So
You had to be at Manhattan Beach the
yeah,
last day of school.
yeah.
You
You
know,
had to be at
you had
Greek
to be there.
Fest or
You had to be at Coney Island
on Easter, yeah,
Easter
you had
Sunday.
to be
Yeah.
on Fulton Street when it was real Fulton Street, and it was Albee Square Mall, and they
Facts.
had the pizza shop that was on
Facts.
the block that when you got a regular slice, it was like double extra cheese. Like you had
Facts.
to, these are things that you had to be
Or
a part
you
of.
had to be walking down Fulton Street and dudes trying to sell you a mixtape.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly.
thousands of
Like yeah,
man.
it's just a different feeling, and
Yeah. And it's what
and
molded us.
y-
What made us who we are, you
exactly,
know? Like
exactly, exactly.
it's so it's like a it's a energy that we roll with. So when we I can understand why they are saying stuff like, oh, this is New York radio, because you know, we know that this person who's on the radio now is gonna hold it down
Mhm.
for New York, you know. But you know, that was just something that I wanted to ask you, because it was something that I kept seeing people talk about, like, oh, they're not from New York. And then Rosenberg got mad. He was like, yeah, but I'm not from New York, but I did so much. Then he was like, he's showing people that he was working with, Sean Price from Helter Skelter and all of them, and all of these underground rappers that he helped. But yeah, he did his thing, and I give props to Rosenberg. But
Yeah,
at the same time, there is like a a, a energy, a a vibe,
vibe. Yeah,
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 that New York just has, that we exude. Like when we go out of town, people instantly see us. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
yeah.
like,
They know, they like,
yeah,
New York is everywhere and everywhere. Um, all right, cool. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was something that I didn't expect, but yeah, definitely shout out to New York. I mean, shout out to the boroughs, but definitely shout out to Brooklyn, man. Shout out to Brooklyn. Give props to Queens, Harlem, um, even the Bronx. I mean, someplace that we really didn't tap into as our youth, but you know, they still did their thing.
Staten Island
Staten Island.
is like
Uh,
the forgotten borough.
yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of tough. I mean, you're still a part of the conversation, but never was like directly
Yeah.
into the end, if
And
you know what I mean.
honestly, the only thing that held them up was Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
And Wu-Tang
Wu
was the
Tang kind of, not even kind of, Wu Tang like really made Staten, but don't say that to somebody from Staten, because they'll have a whole
I
story
mean,
that's totally different to explain to you why they should be.
I'm not coming for Staten and anywhere, but I'm like, without Wu-Tang,
Yeah,
I mean, who you had, King Just, and that's showing my age. Like
yeah.
who, you know, like who else you had, like, you know,
That's
like,
that's that's true. That's a fact. That's a fact. Um, the next thing that want to talk about is, I think you wrote it, but I actually saw it as well, and I read up on it as well. This whole Ye situation.
yeah,
Ye,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ye.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I saw the video as well. Actually I liked it. I
Yeah,
liked the video.
it was creative.
I definitely liked the creativity. I liked um the production of it.
So wait, before
I
we go
like,
on,
huh?
let's introduce it. So the video that we're talking about, Kanye West. Well, I'm sorry, Ye.
Yeah,
Ye just released a new video called Father,
yeah,
and it was directed by his wife, Bianca
sensory.
Sensori.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, whether or not it was, maybe I can't take away from her because I don't know, but personally, to me, it looks like a Yay production. If you want me to be completely honest,
Well, you got to
I,
understand who she is, though. Like, you know that she comes from like being a like a artsy, like not was it what was her thing? She was
yeah. What was her title? Because I actually
wasn't she
don't
like
know.
either art, or she was
Yeah, I mean,
you have to look it up, but
yeah,
I know
check
that
it out, because yeah,
she's not.
if I am wrong, like I said, I said I may not be right, but it seems like it would be a Yay production. But all in all, I like it. I feel like it's giving me that old Kanye West flavor back. Pause. I
Yes.
really think that it's really bringing back the essence of Kanye when he was Kanye. And I'm not saying it when like he fell off, or anything because, regardless of his rants or whatever he speaks, his music is always genius. He always pushes the envelope and steps outside of the box per se when he does
Okay,
his things when it
she's the
comes to
head
music.
of architecture of Kanye's
Yeah,
fashion line.
but we talking about
I know.
previous to this, what she did previous to get with Kanye.
I
But
thought that's what she did for Donda,
okay,
if
so
I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
but the video was dope. It's featuring Trav. Trav did his thing. I like how they was sliding on a beat for sure. And like I said, it reminds me of the old Ye when he was Kanye. So that right there was something that I really am looking forward to listening to the album. I'm upset that he didn't release it on Apple Music, but I kind of expected that. I will be listening to it on another on
Also says that she's transitioning from the architecture designer to becoming the active creative to an active creative role in his recent projects.
Okay, so yeah, but
So
yeah, it's still sticking to him. I just want to know what she did leading up.
he ain't giving her no problems. It's like,
Yeah, no, I just
yeah,
want to know what she did leading up to before she met Kanye. Like, what was her background as
okay.
far as having to deal with music or creativity or art or anything of that in that umbrella. But
Mm.
I will be listening to Bully on another streaming service just to hear what he has to say and just see what I would rate this album. But if I have to go off of what I'm hearing now with this joint, if everything is on that level and better, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. Kanye is he's a genius at what he does. When he locks in for music, he's always on point with that. I mean, probably had like one album that I wasn't really like checking for, that I didn't really like, but
What album was that?
the album that he did when he took the picture of the mountain on the way to, what was the name of that one? I have both. I think something about bipolar. You know the
He
one.
has an album named Bipolar.
Yeah, something he said. I have bipolar. I'm bipolar and I like it, or something like that. What was the name of that album? That was the one when they were doing all the albums. Remember when he did all those albums in a row? He did like Nas. He did Pusha T's album. He did Tiana Taylor's album.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah, I
um
know when he did that, but
but I forgot the name of the
I
album,
don't
bro.
remember. I thought you was gonna say you ain't like Jesus is King. That's what I thought you was gonna say.
No.
I liked that.
All right,
I,
so I'm
I
doing a
haven't
lot
heard
of
a
searching.
project from him that I didn't like. Like Bipolar, I don't remember that. Maybe I'm just not on point right now, but
All
I'm
right, I'm
kind
gonna
of
tell you right
lost with
now.
the name of that right there. Bipolar album by Kanye. We might get sued,
Bipolar.
bro. Yeah, we might get sued over this one.
No. It says I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
Okay.
What's the name? You don't remember that one?
I mean, I definitely have it in my catalog if it's a Kanye
It's the
album.
Ye album. It's the Ye album.
Okay. Let me check right now.
That one, and he took a picture of the mountain on the way to
Okay, I
the.
have it. Yeah, okay. Where he's okay. And you know what? The funny thing about it, like it's in my like I said, I have it in my catalog. You know what I call that album, bro? I
What?
never it's funny, like I never really read it. I just call it The Mountains. That's like
The Mountains
if you would
album.
have asked me, I would have just be like The Mountains. I'd see the little font, but I
Yeah,
never really paid attention to it. But now I
yeah,
know that's Snapple fact.
yeah.
Um,
That album, I didn't
you
really
didn't
like.
like it.
I didn't
Okay.
like that one.
Okay.
But I did like Yeezus. A lot of people did not like Yeezus. I like Yeezus. I like of course Dark Twisted Fantasy. Of course,
Yeah.
that's a classic.
Yeah.
Of
808
course,
Heartbreaks.
Oh, 808 and Heartbreaks is a classic, bro. His albums is just they're fire, regardless. You know, Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
That
I
that
mean,
was
it goes on and on, man. So
yeah,
if you like 10 and you didn't like one, I mean, like
yeah.
his
He,
record is still up
his
there. Like,
ratio
I mean, yeah,
is up
it's
there.
definitely up there, top tier.
Hmm.
Um, on another note, and the Senate voted to fund TSA and a DHS after a
Yeah.
42-day standoff. I
Okay.
know, and this is something that's worldwide, or
Didn't Trump try to say like he signed something to do? He's trying to take credit for it.
yeah. So the thing is, everybody needs a job, right? And the fact that you have these workers coming to work and working all these hours for weeks and they're not getting paid
Right.
is absolutely
And
insane. And then it's
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 airport. It's
it's
dealing with
disrupting the whole flying experience.
right.
Um, if you had to be there 2 to 4 hours previous to this shutdown, it's double and triple that now.
Right.
Even with the people that have like the clear and
Yeah.
like
Clear
the
or
TSA
TSA pre-check.
pre-check, it's still the lines are like
Yeah.
atrocious. Like, it's astounding how much people
Yeah. I
is
just
out there
had
waiting.
a friend of mine that just posted something, and
Yeah.
she said that this is for pre-check and it's all the way almost out the door.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
I'm happy that they got funded, and I hope that I haven't checked the logistics to see if they're gonna get back paid, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna get back paid. I did
Yeah.
see that during the time that this was going on, because I know Elon Musk and Trump still have beef or something, right? He
Oh, I thought they were cool again.
they cool, well,
Yeah.
cool or not, he offered to pay TSA. He offered to pay all of them during
Yeah.
this time, especially once and I'm not saying that it was exactly because, but once the ICE got involved,
Right.
that's when he put it out like, listen, I'll take care of the TSA
Right.
agents and pay them. They need to be paid.
Yeah. You're
I
talking to the
personally thought
richest
that
man in the world.
yeah, I thought it was, like something to say, listen, I'm going against Trump, but maybe I was wrong.
No, I mean, from what I heard they're back on good terms. So I don't know if they're
I mean, I haven't
beefing
seen no videos with them together. Or I haven't seen Trump in the Tesla. So until I see
until
that,
then.
yeah, I
Until
can't.
he goes rides the whip, you'll be like, all right.
Yeah. So this right here is something I'm going to speak on. It could have been a part of the fashion statement, but um, there's actually no merchandise versus I mean, besides just a jacket. So I just want to speak on it really briefly.
Okay.
J Tips, shout out to J Tips. He's from the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
um Designer, creative, has his own line of hats with New Era that he's been doing for years now. I have several of them. He
I think
has
I've heard the name. I
yeah
can't
yeah
correlate it to anything.
he has clothing, um and he recently, well, not recently, but a couple of years ago, up until 2020, the end of 2025, maybe early 2026 was his last um run with Sockony. He did a lot of different sneakers, footwear, and he had a lot of different installations with Saucony. Dope
Are you saying
sneakers.
Saucony like how people would say Saucony, but you're saying it the way that they just recently say it?
I
Is
mean,
it
I'm
Saucony?
saying it the correct way. We used to say Sockony growing up, right? But if you knew better, you do better, right? So when the company came out and said that it's really pronounced Saucony, like I figured out I was doing it wrong. I was saying it wrong. It's just like when I was wearing Balmain jeans and I used to say Balmain, Balmain, and then one day I went to uh what store was that? Was it? It was either Bloomingdale's, Barney's. I had on a varsity,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the employees was like, "Oh, I love your your Balmain varsity," and I'm probably still saying it incorrect because I know I don't sound like how the person said it to me, but I was like, "Oh, you know what I mean? I'm
And I,
walking
I don't
around
want to. I
here."
don't want us to go off on a tangent, but would you do that for everything? Like, would you? So, do you say, "Oh, that's a coupe," or do you say coupe?
No, you know what? So I'm gonna keep it a buck. I say coupe because
Okay.
I think coupe sound like a bati word. Like I don't even like.
Or you gonna say that's a Maybach or a Maybach?
I'll,
What do
I'll
you
say
say?
I'll say Maybach. I like Maybach. It
You like
sounds
you
it
like your
sounds
Maybach? You like
prestigious.
Maybach?
No, I don't like your Bach.
Pause.
Pause, yo. It sounds more prestigious, but nah, coupe is definitely
You're not gonna say coupe.
like I say
So
Porsche. I don't say Porsche.
you don't say Porsche?
Nah, I say Porsche.
Okay.
But
That's what
long
I'm
story
saying. Like,
short,
so it's just Saucony is you're not saying Saucony, you're gonna say Saucony from now on.
Saucony, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Saucony, that's for
I'm saying
peasants.
Saucony.
That's for
I like
peasants.
Saucony better.
So
Saucony sounds like
Saucony sounds how you go. That's like somebody saying, "I'm not gonna call you Chris," and you know your name is Chris. Like,
I mean, hey, if I'm used to calling it Saucony for my whole life, now I'm gonna change.
yeah,
We could get into that conversation, but let's not get into that conversation because
all right.
that's a whole
Now
different
you're right,
conversation.
but
But go ahead.
my whole thing is that I want to say shout out to him because he left Sockony and he took his talents to Nike. Like now
Okay.
he has a partnership with Nike, and I want to say as
I would
me
like to see
being
some of his old Saucony um designs. Saucony, that's the name of the pod. Saucony.
Sockony,
Saucony.
yo,
Go ahead, yo.
um,
Saucony. I
that's what it
love it.
is, though, bro.
That's
Like,
what it is. I know, but it's just like you changing because yo, if I was to do something like that, you'd be like, you would call me out on that. Like, yo, all our life we've been doing it this way now. All of a sudden,
nah, but
it's
I've
Saucony.
been saying Sockony for a while now.
Oh,
It's
wait,
just
how long have you been saying Saucony? Saucony since when? Since when you been Saucony?
I would say at least 6 to 8 months. I've been saying
6 to
Sockony.
8 months. That's a long time. All right, I got you. You got
Okay,
it.
but yeah, so
Saucony.
he's with Nike now. But I just want to say I'm really looking forward to his new collab with them. I
What
definitely see.
silhouettes are he working on? Is he working on something new or is he
Yeah,
working on
so
something that
everything is like on a hush hush right now. My boy, shout out to my boy Fresco. My boy Fresco went to I guess his welcoming private event with him, like letting them know that he's a part of Nike. They had like a private dinner or something like that, and he was there. Everything is like under wraps. The only thing that you've seen so far was he has because his thing is Savior. I don't know if you ever seen when I wear the fitted hats and it says Savior in the back and it has like the
Okay.
S, and it says always on some
I've
fly
seen the
shit on the
Savior.
side of
I've
the
seen
hats.
that. I've seen
So
that.
yeah, Savior is
Yeah.
his line, and
Okay.
there's a Nike varsity jacket, a Savior Nike varsity jacket that he's wearing now, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's like the first piece. I don't know if it's friends or family or if it'll be released to the general public, but it's super dope. And hopefully I can get my hands on it and get me one.
Okay.
Also, we gotta spend a little bit of time on this, man, because this one was good. This one was good. Drewski did that parody of of Erica Kirk,
Erica Kirk. That
And
was crazy, yo. I haven't watched the whole thing. I just caught clips of it, but
yeah, I watched the whole thing, man. And yo, Drewski, shout out to Drewski, man, because
yo, he
he's like
be going in,
he's
yo.
pushing the envelope. Like
To me, he's like what In Living Color was, right? Like he doing In
yeah.
Living Color stuff in
He's
this
like a
time.
mixture of In Living Color and Chappelle. Like
Yeah, facts,
he's like
facts.
he's
Yeah,
going there, like, and
yeah.
he has no remorse, and
Yo,
he
his
doesn't care.
face.
Like, yeah, yo, he's just taking it there, and he's been like, they've been sending him cease and desist, and um they've been giving him lots of backlash. They've been saying that they want to sue him, but what he's saying, and it's funny, he's letting them know, he was like, what he's doing are parodies,
Right,
and parodies are protected from being sued for, so
right.
he can't be sued for that. And then on top of it, like, people saying that he went too far by doing whiteface, but he shut that all down because he pulled out pictures of his grandfather, and his grandfather's white. Like, he posted pictures of him and his grandfather when he was a young kid, and him and his grandfather, like, in this day and age.
Mm.
And his father is white man, blue eyes. Like,
Wow.
yeah. So he was like basically saying without saying, like, how can I be doing whiteface when I'm half white myself? That's basically what he was trying to
Yeah,
imply. And I think
right.
that was a dope way
To show them,
to show them, like, yeah,
it's all
like,
fun. He's doing
yeah,
it
like,
out of all fun. It's
everything
not
he
like,
had, like, he already knew, like, I'm gonna do this and they gonna hit me with this, but I'm
yeah.
already ready. Like, I'm
Yeah,
10
it's
steps
like,
ahead.
they think he's coming from a malicious standpoint, but he's
Yeah,
just doing it for comedy's
yeah,
sake. A lot of that stuff is comedy, bro.
absolutely. So yeah, shout out to Drewski, man. And
Yeah, I
I
like
I
Drewski.
really like how he's dealing with this situation. I like how he's dealing with these people in general. It just lets you know that when you have knowledge of something, right, and you step into, I guess, the playing field already with a plan in hand, that you always come out on top, because they're trying to take him down. They big mad, and at this point, there's nothing that they could do to him. He's already crossed all of his T's and dotted all his I's, and I like that for him, man. Like, from this one to when he did the pastor in church,
Yeah, that one was
when
funny.
he did the white hillbilly guy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
he really, and
He really commits to it.
he
He
commits
commits.
to it. And the thing about it, without, not even just him committing to it and doing these skits, before he does the skit, you can already tell that he goes through a long thought process to make sure that he's covered in every aspect
Yeah,
once he does it. And that right there, to me, is super, super, super dope.
yeah.
Um, very smart young man. I want to say shout out to Drewski. I definitely would want to go to one of his comedy events. So, next time he's in New York, the LXG podcast might just pop up. That's it.
Facts, facts. I like it. I also like his Could Have Been Records auditions.
Yeah,
Those,
yeah,
yeah, mad funny.
facts.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
back on the docket now for some reason. It was able to lock.
okay, good, 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 good. I
But
mean, even though we
you
come
ready for the
into,
report?
huh? Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the statement?
Let's do
The
this. Let's
statement?
do this. Let's do this.
All right, here we go.
Fashion statement.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the fashion statement. Where drip, 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 and style collide. Right here with Prince Hakeem. Right here on the LXG Podcast.
Yeah. The fashion statement, the week of March 28th, almost the end of the month, the beginning of April. So this is a little something that we went through, some of the things that came out this week, some of the things that's going to be coming out in the future. And I just want to give y'all a little look into my world. So Gap and Awake New York released a joint collaboration this week. It actually dropped yesterday. Some of the pieces to me, I'm not really fond of Gap anymore. I used to wear Gap when I was younger. Them doing a collab with Awake New York is big for the company. It'll huh?
Which one is that? Because I got it mixed up. I'm sorry, guy. I hate that.
I didn't put any.
Oh, you didn't
I
put
didn't
nothing in
put.
for that? Okay, that's what I'm
I
like.
don't. Yeah, I don't think. No, actually,
Did you?
I believe I did. I actually did. Now that I'm looking in the docket,
It's not there.
it didn't load, but I
Okay.
definitely did put it in the docket today. But I mean, everything. Listen, I'll just speak on it.
All right, go ahead.
We could throw it up inside later. Pause. Wow, that was heavy. Pause. That was
Yo,
crazy.
this guy. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, I mean, listen, it's gonna bring more of the urban community back to Gap. Some of the pieces is dope. Nothing that was too eye catching to me that made me feel like, yo, dad, I gotta have this. And I just feel like this is something that everybody's gonna have access to. And I mean, if you know me, I try to steer away from what everybody else has. And that's the main reason why I did not grab any of these pieces.
So
But
who made it again? Because I'm sorry, I missed that
so
part.
the brand Awake New York,
Awake. Okay.
they're
I've heard Awake. Yeah.
they're New York based company.
Yeah.
They have collabs with Nike, with Jordan. They've done some dope things. And they did their collaboration with Gap, sort of like how Palace did their collab with Gap
Or
recently.
like when Kanye did.
Yeah, so that's what they did.
Yeah.
And like I said, the pieces is cool. I have nothing bad to say about the pieces. Just not nothing that was too eye catching for me and the way that I like to put my clothing and my outfits together. On another note, Travis Scott released his T-Rex today, the Green Spark. I like the silhouette of the T-Rexes. I do have 2 pair of them. Both of them featuring neon green. So for me, this pair, I sat this one out because, like I said, I have 2 pairs already. I have the regular neons and I also have the Chase B collab. And this would have just been a 3rd pair of basically the same colors. But dope pair of sneakers. This is his own silhouette. This is not like a Jordan Travis Scott. This is Travis Scott's one of his signature sneakers. And I think that they were pretty accessible. If you knew and you was able to grab them, it was something for you to get. So shout out to everybody that was able to pick those up today. Dope pickup.
Okay.
Another thing in sneakers this week, Unheard Of brand, in collaboration with Adidas, they dropped their new collaboration, 3 different colors. They had a mint green, a strawberry red, and like a yellow lemonade. And they dropped those. Yeah, that's it right there. And this was a super dope collaboration. These sold out instantly. I was kind of on the fence to buy them, but realistically, and I'm just trying to be grown and like think grown. I have tons and tons of sneakers and so many that I still haven't even wore yet, that it was just like, am I just buying these to buy them, or am I actually gonna wear them and utilize them? And I couldn't see myself buying them and wearing them like now or even in the foreseeable future. They wasn't something that jumped out at me. But more or less for the sneaker community, these really went flying. The prices on them right now on the resale is going up, and it was a good pickup. So shout out to Unheard Of brand and I hope that whoever needed to get those today was able to get them. Nike unveiled pictures of the Air Max 90 San Diego's. Now, these are a pair of sneakers. I've just recently started to get into the Air Max 90s. I don't
95
have
you talking about, or which ones? Which
the
was
90s. These are the 90s, the San Diego's. The
yeah,
colorway is a dope. No,
not
not
these. Not
no.
those.
Those
My
are the
bad.
95s. Those are the
My bad.
Legos.
I clicked the wrong. I knew which one you were talking about, and I clicked the wrong one by accident.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah. Those the San Diego's. Yeah. So the colorway, the materials that they use on the shoe, it looks premium, very suede. The leather looks real buttery soft, and just the whole color scheme. It kind of reminds me of the premium goods, the Max 90s that dropped and everybody went crazy for, but those were like super limited. These look like they're in the same boat as far as materials are concerned, and the way that they executed the whole style and the color scheme with them. So I'm looking forward to these. Look like a super dope summer sneaker. So when they do drop, I will be picking them up. Right now there's no date announced, but I'll definitely be picking them up. Another thing is, here we go with Jordan 3, man. Jordan 3's been coming out back to back to back to back to back. But these are the Jordan 3 springers in the air. They dropped today in full family sizing. Jordan knows what they're doing. With Easter being next week, I expect to see everybody out there. I expect to see mom, dad, little brother, and little sister all out together, all wearing the springers in the air. Shout out to everybody that got these. For me, these was a no. It was a definite pass for me on these. But like I said, for people that's trying to get fly, for the kids that's in school that are looking for super dope fits to wear with their pastel colors, this right here is it. So shout out to everybody that was able to go out there and pick those up. I think those were generally easy to pick up. I believe they will restock several times, and you will be able to get those later on at a discounted price. And I mean, as a general release sneaker, they're cool.
Yeah, I like those.
Nike also did a reiteration of the Air Max 95's neons. Air Max 95 has been going crazy recently. They've been dropping all the OG colorways, and they've been flying off the shelves. They've been selling out. Now, these right here are the Lego Air Max 95s. As you can see, it's the same color scheme as the original,
Yeah, they
but
look fire.
instead of it being suede, it's like drawn on in a comical style, sort of like how it would be when you watch the Lego cartoons. It's branded with the Lego logo on the tongue, and these only came out in kid sizes. So that was the only setback, because believe it or not, I would cop these right here. These is fire. These right here is pain. And I don't know. I understand, when you think of Lego, I guess they kind of like said Lego kids and kind of put it in that type of box.
Mhm.
For me, there's a lot of grown-ups per se, or a lot of adults that go hard for Legos. Like, they really go out and spend all types of cash to buy like the biggest Lego sets and spend hours upon hours on making Legos and putting together all type of sculptures and buildings, and I mean, you name it, the video games, like whatever they come out with, they put them out. So I think that Nike kind of fell short with not making it full family sizing, but still a dope piece. And I was on the fence to buy them for my daughter. The only reason I didn't is because I know in 2 days that they would be unrecognizable, absolutely unrecognizable. Alongside those sneakers, they did come out with the Lego set, the actual Air Max 95 Lego set. So that was a dope play on the sneakers, on dropping the Lego set alongside the sneaker. I think that was a dope play by Nike, where somebody will buy the sneaker and buy the Lego set at the same time, or people that wasn't able to buy the sneaker, like the adults, may say, well, I couldn't get the sneaker, so let me go buy the Lego set and build it and have something to do, and then have something dope to keep as a statement piece inside of their home or something later. So that was a dope thing. And shout out to Treats. Hopefully he got this.
He
got this, and he could build it, and I could get one, and he could build me one too, because I'm not sitting there all day and doing that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And last but not least, Nigel Sylvester. Oh boy, my boy Nigel, man. Like, he's been on fire. Everything he touches is on fire. And I gotta say one more time again, man, he's putting out another pair of Jordan 4s. Is called the Brick After the Brick 4s. The last ones was all red, and those sold out everywhere. And then he decided that he's dropping these. Now, these released later in the year, but he did a special installation today for Los Angeles, where, just like you see, the claw machine, you had an opportunity to buy them, but you had to win the claw machine to buy them. Everybody that was online that was there during the time that it was open got one chance. And if you was able to get the sneaker and, just like in a game in an amusement park, and get it to pick it up and drop it down, you was able to tell him your size and be able to purchase your size. So shout out to Nigel Sylvester. Hopefully he brings this to New York, and I will definitely be online trying to receive these. But I'm going to let you guys know right now, whether or not I get them for retail on the sneakers app or any app, if I have to pay resale, those is coming home 100%. And that's a statement, fashion statement, man.
That's the fashion statement. Good. That was a good little haul you did right there. That's pretty dope. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Got a lot of stuff out. I got 2 things for the tech report, and let's go.
Let's go with that, man.
It's time for the tech report on the LXG Podcast with DJ Dreamer, where the streets meet the future. Let's get plugged in.
Okay, this week in the tech report, I have something that I found this week that was really dope. It's this company called Reflect Orbital. I don't know if you heard about them?
No, I haven't, man. I haven't.
Nah, I think this was fire. Like, this is something like once in a while tech will come around, and or not even just tech, just stuff that people do with technology that have you like, wow. So this company right now is a company that has a constellation of satellites in space, and they're actually selling daylight. Now, when I say that, you're like, what do you mean daylight, right? They're selling sunlight from the sun. So it could be nighttime where we are right now, and they have a constellation of satellites with mirrors on it, and they could beam the light to exactly where you're standing. I'm gonna show you a little bit.
How much is this sun? How much does this sun cost?
How much does this sun cost? I don't know. I know it's a lot.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like $1 billion for some sun.
For some sun. So this is how it goes. Look, do you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So wait. All right. My bad, guys. I know that sometimes I don't be doing the right thing, but they basically
You just hit a button
Let's see if we
and
can
you
get
get
it.
some light from space. And it's not very expensive. It's a couple $1,000s an hour, and that's about it. And you can use it for as long as you want. Each one of these
Says for a couple $1,000 you could get some sun. I just was reading it
and I'm going to share
when
a
he
little
was
bit more
saying it.
about who those customers are and how you can get this
We'll
sunlight.
watch
You
it.
want to make it as easy as possible for people. So you can imagine using an app and bringing sunlight over to
So
your
I can get
exact
sun with my
location,
phone.
wherever you are, in under 30 seconds at the touch of a button. All we have to do is rotate satellites and reflect the sunlight that's passing by us.
You can order sunlight
on a truck. You just hit a button
and get it to your
you get some light
location
from
in
space.
30
And it's not very
seconds. This is
expensive.
crazy,
It's
bro.
$1,000 an hour, and that's about it. And you can use it for as long as you want.
All
Each one of
I'm
these little
thinking about,
satellites
this is
reflecting
paradise.
sunlight to a customer around the world.
This
And
is
I'm
like
gonna
the
share a
show
little bit more
Paradise
about
right
who
here,
those
bro.
customers are and how you can get this sunlight. You want to make it as easy as possible for people. So you can imagine using an app and bringing sunlight over to your exact location, wherever you are, in under 30 seconds
Yeah,
at the touch of a
that's
button.
crazy
All
to
you have
me.
to do
I,
is
I,
I
rotate
think
I
that
think I
satellites and
gotta
reflect the sunlight
say a
that's
special
passing by
prayer
us
to
in
God
space.
today and let him know that they down here playing with his son.
But what I do think that this application is good for is for people like the people in Cuba that right now is having rolling like blackouts all the time. If these people were really wanted to get the word out on this technology, they literally can like beam light down to the town and keep them from being in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
it's
give them some free sun for promotion.
free sun, but you know what I'm saying? Like come on, like we understand what's going on with this war right now, and basically not just the war, but the fact that we had took the oil from what was it?
Venezuela.
Venezuela, and now Cuba can't get any of that, and it's like if you really wanted to show us something dope, that would be something that you would do. It's like back when they were I forgot what country it was when Elon offered to give them Starlink internet because they didn't have any internet, and this was during some war. I think it was the war with Russia and Ukraine or
Yeah.
something like that. He offered to give them free internet because they for some reason the infrastructure couldn't do it. So I think that if they wanted to get the word out with something like this, that would be dope. But that's one thing I thought was fire. I was like, yo, I've never seen anything like that.
Me
That's
neither.
actually dope.
Imagine me telling somebody at my job that, yo, I can buy some sun. Like no one's gonna believe me, bro. Like they're gonna tell me that it's AI. It's not even true.
But the fact of the matter, if you say it like that, yo, I could buy some sun. You want some sun?
Yeah, facts.
All right. The second thing that I wanted to talk about, I don't have anything to show. I'm just going to talk about it. Is this week? It marks a historic moment for people who want to hold these social media companies accountable for a lot of things. So and since social media has come around, they've found studies that kids are addicted to devices, which we see it. I have a son. He basically is on the phone, and I have to tell him get off it a lot. But the social media part of the aspect of it is that they're addicted to these different social media sites, and they now are harming themselves. They don't feel like the girls, a lot of young girls are susceptible to what's going on social media as far as feeling accepted and not, and they, some of them do unalive their self or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
But and over the years they've tried to put these social media sites on, take them to court, but they can never ever get any type of credence to get them to be accountable for it. But this week in I believe in New Mexico, a judge held Meta and YouTube accountable for basically addiction to their site. And now they have to cough up some money. So this is the thing now. Now that the fact that they gotta pay, I don't know the fee. I don't know exactly, but it's gonna be in the millions per instance, right? They're gonna change up how social media is gonna change altogether moving forward. And I just think it's interesting to see that we're seeing this happening right now because of years of them being negligent of how they've found out that social media has harmed kids and they still didn't change anything. And now because they're gonna get sued or whatever,
Now they're gonna change things.
Yeah. But that's the tech report. I just wanted to get that out there. Yeah, man.
So as we come to the close of this episode, once again, I just want to reiterate, like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It goes a long way. Like we said in the beginning of this, we only expect to get better, give you better content. We're growing with this podcast with you guys. Every one of you that watches, whether it's one person or it's 100 people or it's 1,000 or thousands of you, we're still gonna continue to keep on going. And we just would love to continue to get your support.
Facts.
So just like and subscribe, and like I said, just like back in the days, tell a friend to tell a friend. Spread the word, and leave comments. Let us know your take on our episodes. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, good or bad. It doesn't matter. Just
Oh yeah, by the way, I started on our YouTube channel. I activated our community, so you can actually go onto YouTube and leave. Like if you don't leave a comment, you could start a discussion up there. I just did it this week. I just realized that they had that feature, and I was like, okay, let me turn that on. So that
Yeah.
is a feature that they can go in there and actually, it's like a forum. So
okay, yeah. So I mean, listen,
yeah,
good, bad, it doesn't matter. We're here to get that honest critiques from you guys so that we can be better, because we're here for you guys, and we want to do the best that we can do. So like I said, keep on supporting. It goes a long way, and it's always love, man. Love.
yeah, man, and also,
Oh, my bad.
no,
Not
no,
yet. Not yet. Go ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. You want to give it to them now? Nah, but we do have a show in the tuck for y'all that we did. We're working on it. Something that
Nah, don't
is,
even give them. You giving them too
don't
much right now, man.
I
You're
give them
just
too much.
yeah.
They
That
don't
right
gotta know.
there. That one is
So you
extra
don't want to tell
credit.
them how much money we're gonna give them?
Nah, that's extra credit right there,
Are they
man.
gonna get extra Jordans and stuff? You don't want them to know about that?
Extra credit, brother.
Damn, I just said it. All right, man. Peace, people. Corny guys. Hi. Bye.